Sweet baguette! I will have my revenge! America! Dun 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 revenge! Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to the AMX-13. Let's do some scout tank action with this one. So we've touched a little bit already on how to scout tank, and we're cutting straight to the action, as it were. Well, it's almost like I'm repeating myself. We've captured our first capture point, and this one should be fairly busy, so we're going to be trying to use our scouting mechanic, and somebody decided to drop smoke right there, which is totally pointless, because we already have hard cover at that point. So dropping smoke there, useless to the team, and it destroys my ability to scout from that location. So those of you who are using smoke, please smoke responsibly. So we're trying to scout behind this cable car. We pick up a scout right before he gets taken down, which is the perfect time to do so. Gives us credit. Not all that useful to the team, but a good little harvest of points real quick, which will come in handy when I need to respawn an airplane. And so now we decide to flank around just a bit. This is again what I call mid-flank. Eventually we get to the other capture point once that one is cleared out. So, yeah, Guppy. Can you hear her back there? She's leaned as far over the baby gate as she can, and she's like leaning her whole body out just to reach out and grab me. Just like boom! Just like I reached out and grabbed that M18. So we set a fire, but we didn't manage to take him down, so he should be trying to run away at this point. Now if he doesn't panic, he should be able to outspeed us and get away before we can reload. And well, I guess he's not all that smart. So this time we get one into his gunner and his engine, so he's toothless and immobilized. Next one takes him down. Easy kill. So what we're doing now is we've captured 2 bases, scouted a few tanks, and gotten a kill. And we're just cruising around the back side of where I expect the enemy to be. And I'll take a moment to talk about that real quick while you see me try and take down this, what's that, a Centurion? What you want to do while you're playing any match is picture where the enemy team is going. And generally the majority of enemy players are going to be going toward capture points. And say about a third of the enemy team is going to be camping in specific locations that you'll come to know on the map, usually trying to engage people at long range. And the thing about those sniping positions is you can usually find a way to sneak around behind them. So the main thing you want to do when you're in a flanker tank like this AMX-13 is either you can support other heavy tanks, which I'm not doing right now, or you can do this flanking action. So here I am capturing the point again. This would be my 3rd base capture, so that's awesome. This is what I'm trying to do. That's my goal with this tank, is to capture bases because I'm so mobile. So we went around behind the enemy position. We assumed that he came directly from his spawn to come and recapture this point, and that's what he did, so we were able to get around behind him. So picture in your mind where enemy tanks are going to be headed. Just a second, Guppy's wedged herself between the baby gate and the couch, and she's now asking for assistance. But I'm letting her wait just a little bit to know that she messed up. She's not supposed to do this. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm back. And we have an FV-4202 that's been messing with us. Is that what it is? One of those FVs. I get their distinctions mixed up in my head. And we've already captured the point, and he's moved around. So I was ready to engage him, but then we get taken out from behind. There's a guy who was doing the right thing, working the backside of enemy positions. And, well, we're going to work their backsides now, if you know what I mean. Bam! That's the spanking. So 2 1,000-pound bombs, each one of them takes down an enemy tank. Very nice. We got into our Narval as quickly as we could, and then later on we get a fighter kill, and that's the results of the match. Not bad at all. You said hi to other people's Guppy. She's bored and she's letting me know that she's bored, and that's my fault. So I'm gonna have to find something for this. Something for this baby to do. She's interested in the mic. Guppy, you want to say hi to the peoples? Okay, just a minute, guys. She was more interested in grabbing my face. So, what's this? Kursk. And we've got a long road to this battle, and not a whole lot is going to work out for us. So we went and we captured the C point, and it's totally, absolutely, blatantly open here. So I hide behind a tree, and we're going to get this point, and not going to do totally well in this match, but you'll see that. I'll show you some highlights. And what else? So Tank Baby is getting super loud. Like, she's just decided that she's gonna be the loudest baby ever, and it's adorable because like everything my daughter does, just I'm way too proud of her. I'm bad. She's starting to get a little bit spoiled. But anyway, we took her to a movie yesterday, and we were gonna have like a babysitter watch her while we went to the movie, so Tank Mom and Tank Daddy could have a nice date. Because Mom works at the post office, and she's been working super hard because of the Christmas season, you know, being Santa's little helper. And so I wanted to give her a nice day and make everything work out nice for her, and things just went really, really wrong for us, and I ended up backing the car into a tree stump. Tree OP, please nerf. And then we didn't have a babysitter for Guppy, which is okay, because, you know, Daddy just figured, well, you know, I'll watch the baby in the theater and everything will be fine, because, you know, she's not too bad. She only screams, you know, when she wants to. So we got to the movie and we were watching Star Wars, and she was so loud. So Mom was like, come on, let's take her out of here. And I was like, okay, you go. So I had her take the baby out, and she just took her to the back of the theater, I guess, and Guppy was just about to fall asleep, so she wasn't too bad. So it ended up being a nice date, but it's one of those days where it kind of like everything goes wrong, and then you just look at each other and you're like, well, I love you. And then when we got home, I really tried to take care of the baby and do everything so that Mom could relax. So remember, guys, the other role of a light tank is to support your team. You're not supposed to be the strongest. You're just supposed to be there when you're needed, just like a good husband. So moving on. Oh, by the way, that day we also went and visited the game store where I used to work, and one of the people that I used to work with who had moved away was back, and told her about the channel, and so she might be a new subscriber. So welcome to the channel if you found the place. I think you did, and hope you like what you see. And as for any of my other new subscribers, we've picked up a few new people on the channel. Welcome. And again, I'm not really covering the gameplay very much, but you can see what's happening. We're heading toward the capture point, and we weren't able to get there in time to cap, which, you know, highlights that the AMX-13 does not have the best mobility. It's good. It's not bad for a light tank, even, but it's not the best. So here we get a shot into the booty of a tiger, and light him off we go. Thinking about taking that side shot, but instead we aim for the cannon breach. Takes out the breach and the turret ring, so that's great. Next one takes him down. So you guys can see just fine what's going on. Again, with this one, we're keeping a sort of tracker in our head. Where would the enemy be? And we're just trying to put ourselves in a position where we can engage from the sides or rear, and we're not the main focus from the enemy. We're letting other teammates advance ahead of us. Teammates are the best spaced armor in the game, always modeled accurately. And they'll absorb rounds for us, and we'll pop out of cover and take enemies down as they present themselves. We're also going to try and scout if the opportunity arises, and when it comes to scouting, just look for enemy gunfire. There's a tank. Bam! We scouted him the old-fashioned way. And what else was I gonna say? So how has you guys' new year been? I'd love to see you guys picking up some activity in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, drop a comment. I don't really care about likes. I mean, if you liked it, go ahead and punch that like button. But I'd like to get to know you guys more as members of the channel, so we can get this community rolling. The reason that I started making YouTube videos was just to connect with people and to give some more meaning to me playing the game, because I can't really squad up or be very productive in a what's it called, where like the clan system in War Thunder. I can't even remember the squadrons or whatever it's called. I can't be very useful in that sense because you guys don't see it very often, but I have to AFK quite a bit, and my times that I can play the game are really unreliable because I've got to put being a dad first, so I've got to do daddy stuff a lot. And speaking of which, I hear the baby calling, so the little distraction I set up for her has worn off, and I think she wants me to come rescue her. So just a minute, guys. Like I said, she's decided to be the loudest baby ever now. So she was sitting in her little play area with a toy that she was interested in, and she was just happily there bippity-bapping it, but she was yelling because she wanted Daddy to notice. Like, what's the point of having fun if Daddy is not watching you have fun? So I got her, and now she's sitting right in front of me here, playing with that same toy. You having fun, Guppy? Yeah. Yeah, she's having lots of fun. Okay, we had a lot of fun on this match. We're hiding behind rubble here and taking the chance to scout out enemy positions. We might be a little bit visible. I have no idea why I fired that. Maybe I'm reloading my clip. That's what I'm doing. Reloading the old Clipazine. So we decided that now would be a good time to dump those 2 rounds and reload. Yeah, Guppy. Are you bored? You just want Daddy to notice you. Yeah, you want Daddy to notice you. I love you, Guppy. You're so pretty. Okay, so what's going on in the match? What? I'm not distracted. Just a little bit. So we were hiding behind cover, and now you can really tell that the tide of the match has shifted. So at this point, we're just kind of looking for any stragglers that we can take down, anybody we can scout, and we're using our binoculars quite a bit because the map here is just full of little obstacles you can hide behind, and things that sort of look like a tank from, 400 yards in the third-person view, but then you hit them with the binos and you're like, that's not a tank at all. So this is that aspect to War Thunder that's familiar to anybody that's played a few matches, where you've won, you're holding all the capture points, and you're just waiting for the enemy tickets to run down, probably because somebody's hiding somewhere in the map, or they're flying to space in a bomber or a Spitfire or something, and they're just stalling. And there's really no point in dragging on a match like that. I figure if your team's not doing well, if everybody else in your team has been wiped out, that's even more reason to play aggressively. Make as much damage to the enemy team, harvest as many points as you can in a short amount of time. Because surviving, by avoiding the enemy and just losing the match anyway, it has no reward for you. And I know you guys who have played the game are probably familiar with that situation. But we're just giving this some screen time here, showing this match where it's winding down and nothing is really happening. And I really enjoyed this match. The enemy team put up a good fight, but my whole team just managed to... Yep, bored. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna get you something. Ready? Ready? Yeah, we'll get you a snack. You ready? There you go. Yeah, there's that good little girl. Oh, she's so cute. When she's happy about something, she does this little growl in the back of her throat. She's like, ah! It's like, it's one of the cutest sounds that she makes. It's so adorable. And I love my baby. And we've managed to get our tank dirty and not really accomplish anything. We're, you know, loaded and ready to engage any enemy tanks that we see. And I haven't really talked much about the gun on this tank or anything like that, but you get the impression. We can go through the front armor of a lot of things. Still gotta aim for weak spots at this battle rating, but you're far better off because you're light tank in trying to find the enemy from the side or the rear, especially the rear, so your rounds can go all the way through their tank. Get good results, and had a great match. Well guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you enjoy the AMX-13 when you have access to it. It's a fun little tank. And go ahead and let me know in the comments. Just talk to me. Let's get this community talking to each other. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Now, I don't officially have one, but Tank Dad did get fat this year, so I'm going to try and lose some of that weight and get back in shape. Anyway, guys, catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.